So today I'm wandering the Oak Point trails here in Plano, Texas. This is what I like to consider my backyard. Beautiful place to run here in the center of the suburbs. Got about 5 miles of trail here. Really get away from a little bit of everything. Come out here and get a good run in. I really like this trail because there are lots of different options for getting into and out of the different trail system. And then once you get inside of it, it's pretty easy to get around. It's well marked, lots of good signs. Check this out. The city set up a nice little bench here. A beautiful view looking out over the creek. It'd be much nicer in the spring when there's a lot more water. Never know what you're going to encounter out on the trails. Look at this. Dead tree fell. More evidence of the devastating heat that we're having here in Texas. Dropping another large branch down. Thankfully it fell to the side of the trail and not on the trail. This unrelenting heat just breaks branches all over the place. Sometimes it's related to storms and bad weather. Sometimes you'll get animals. As we can see the evidence of some little critter that was up here in the tree eating some lunch. Texas is going through a bit of a drought right now as we come to the end of our summer with all these 100-degree days. This area during the spring is usually overflowing with water. A little creek there coming down, making a large pond right here. I get asked a lot, how do you run in the Texas heat? It's so hot, especially on days like this where it's been over 100 for weeks. But you know, when you're down here underneath the trees, it's really not so bad. It's maybe 85, 90, something like that. That's quite comfortable, especially when you work up a little sweat. This part of the trail is along Rowlett Creek, which is one of the main creeks that runs through Plano and is the primary spillway for our excess water. So anything coming down off the streets during the heavy rains comes down into these creeks. This section of the trail has some really great rooty areas, which requires you to be very careful in the placement of your feet. If you're not, you'll twist an ankle, fall and hurt yourself, break something. And there's also the occasional snake that hides in between those roots. When you're out on the trail, every stick is a snake until proven otherwise. And sometimes you come up on a root like that and you think, that sure as hell is a snake, until you get right up on it. There's a couple of really pretty spots where the trail lets out right at the lake. Isn't that pretty? That was quite the run to get up here. It's not much of a hill, but it is definitely an incline compared to a lot of the area around here. So run that a few times, get a little hill training in. It's very nice. One of the many dangers of running in the Texas summer is when you come up on a crack like this, it's very easy to drop your foot down in there. You can see in comparison to my hand, it's quite the hole. Who knows how deep it is? And no, I'm not going to stick my hand down in there. Who knows what the hell's in there? It would be kind of funny though. So that wraps up today's run here at Oak Point Park. Got a good 5 miles in. Felt pretty nice, especially considering the DNF at that last race. So very appreciative to be able to get out here and get a good run in today. We'll see you at the next one.